Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki, Grandhra Srimad Bhagavatam ki. All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adilila, chapter 4, text number 56. The confidential reasons for the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Radha Krishna Eka Atma Dui Deha Dhari Anyonye Vilase Rasa Ashvadanakari. Radha Krishna Ek Atma Dui Dehadhari Anyonye Vilase Rasa Ashvadanakari. Radha Krishna Ek Atma Dui Dehadhari Anyonye Vilase Rasa Ashvadanakari. Radha Krishna Ek Atma Dui Dehadhari Anyonye Vilase Rasa Ashvadanakari. Please chant. Matajis? Radha Krishna, Radha and Krishna, Eka, one, Atma, self, Tui, two, Deha, bodies, Dhari, assuming, Anyonye, one another, Vilase, they enjoy, Rasa, the mellows of love, Ashvadanakari, tasting. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. Radha and Krishna are one and the same, but they have assumed two bodies. Thus they enjoy each other, tasting the mellows of love. Purport. The two transcendentalists Radha and Krishna are a puzzle to materialists. The above description of Radha and Krishna from the diary of Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami is a condensed explanation. But one needs great spiritual insight to understand the mystery of these two personalities. One is enjoying in two. Sri Krishna is the potent factor and Srimati Radharani is the internal potency. According to Vedanta philosophy, there is no difference between the potent and the potency. They are identical. We cannot differentiate between one and the other, any more than we can separate fire from the heat. Everything in the absolute is inconceivable in relative existence. Therefore, in relative cognizance, it is very difficult to assimilate this truth of the oneness between the potent and the potency. The philosophy of inconceivable oneness and difference propounded by Lord Chaitanya is the only source of understanding for such intricacies of transcendence. In fact, Radharani is the internal potency of Sri Krishna, and she eternally intensifies the pleasure of Sri Krishna. Impersonalists cannot understand this without the help of a Mahabhagavat devotee. The very name Radha suggests that Srimati Radharani is eternally the topmost mistress of the comforts of Sri Krishna. As such, she is the medium transmitting the living entity's service to Sri Krishna. Devotees in Vrindavan, therefore, seek the mercy of Srimati Radharani in order to be recognized as loving servitors of Sri Krishna. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally approaches the fallen conditioned souls of the Iron Age to deliver the highest principle of transcendental relationships with the Lord. The activities of Lord Chaitanya are primarily in the role of the pleasure-giving portion of his internal potency. The absolute personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is the omnipotent form of transcendental existence, knowledge and bliss in full. His internal potency is exhibited first as Sat, or existence, or in other words, as the portion that expands the existence function of the Lord. When the same potency displays full knowledge, it is called Chit or Samvit, which expands the transcendental forms of the Lord. Finally, when the same potency plays as a pleasure-giving medium, it is known as Hladini, or the transcendental blissful potency. Thus, the Lord manifests his internal potency in three transcendental divisions. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namah Pankajanabhaya Namah Pankajamaline Namah Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangre. Hare Krishna. Today, tomorrow, we will hear about Srimati Radharani's Tattva and some wonderful pastimes. Those who are worshippers of Durga Devi, they are called Shaktas. They are called Shaktas. And those who are worshippers of Lord Shiva, they are called Shaivites. And those who are worshippers of Ganapati, they are called Ganapatyas. And those who are worshippers of Surya, they are called Sauryakas. And those who are worshippers of Lord Vishnu, right, they are known as Vaishnavas. But those who are worshippers of Srimati Radharani, they are called Gaudiyas. So, Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes that if there is a transcendental fight between Radha and Krishna, we will support Radharani. So, so who is this Radharani? Prabhupada writes in the purport that this Radha and Krishna, they are actually a puzzle to the scholars and modern people, like that. So we will, many people, scholars and all, they say Srimad Radharani's name is not given in Srimad Bhagavatam, the highest authoritative scripture. So Srimad Radharani is Kalpana, like Sri Vaishnavas and all, they don't accept only Radharani, Neela Devi and all, something like that they say. But actually, please always remember, the language in Srimad Bhagavatam is different from all other scriptures, even though it is written by Sri Vyasadeva only. So Bhagavatam Bhasha, it is called Samadhi Bhasha. Samadhi Bhasha. And in order to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, especially 10th canto Bhagavatam, one needs samskaras, sadhana, tapasya. Then only we can understand. So it is mentioned that even though Srimad Radharani is not mentioned, name directly is not mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, but Vedavyas himself mentioned Srimad Radharani's name and so many detailed pastimes in scriptures like Padma Purana, Vishnu Purana, and other Puranas. So it's not that she is Kalpanika or something like that. So Lord Krishna and his energy. Lord Krishna is one and his energy is also one. But he is not sitting idle. He is very active. So, he creates this universe. So when as Brahma, when he creates, his energy is Saraswati. Right? As Vishnu, when he maintains, his energy is Lakshmi. As Shiva, when he destroys, his energy is Parvati Devi, Durga Devi. When the Surya Mandalam, he maintains, he supplies and all. So his consort is Shakti is Gayatri Devi. All the four, they are only connected to Loka Vyavahar. Only when this material universe exists, all these four, they work. But there is another personality, Sri Krishna, right? And his energy, Srimati Radharani. So Krishna and Srimati Radharani, they are not at all involved in Loka Vyavahar. So Krishna is only Ananda. So only two aspects of Krishna, Ananda and Prema. Ananda and Prema. So just like one person was asking, just see, when Krishna, Shiva, you see, he is always carrying Trishul, with Parvati, like that. Even Vishnu also is carrying, Sudarshan Chakra. So Lord Ramchandra, when he is carrying Dhanush and all, right? But Krishna is not carrying because they have wives. So that is why they have to carry weapons. But Krishna doesn't have wife, he has only girlfriend. He is not afraid. So he is carrying only flute, like that. So this is, Krishna is only enjoying, right? Krishna is only enjoying. And then Prabhupada says, Krishna cannot enjoy with somebody inferior to him. Somebody equal to him only he can enjoy. So that is why somebody, who is that somebody equal? That is Srimati Radharani. So like that. So, so that is Ananda and Prema. Ananda Swarupa and Prema Swarupa. And so, if you see, a mother cooks food. Why? Because she has love for the child. She has love for the child. Even though mother cooks out of love for the child, but she feeds the child. She feeds the child, but she also eats. She also eats. But when Krishna creates this world, why does he create? Out of prema for all of us. But does he require anything from us? Can we give anything to Krishna? No. He doesn't require anything from us. He doesn't. So that is why it is said, when Krishna has that prema for us, it is daya. It is daya. And then when we have, prema for Krishna, that is bhakti. Is it clear? When Krishna shows prema, that is daya. When we show prema, that is called bhakti. So without daya and without bhakti, we cannot get Panchama Purushartha, that is Krishna prema. So that daya is Srimati Radharani. Right? That daya is Srimati Radharani. So that is why we cannot get Krishna, we cannot approach Krishna without the mercy of Srimati Radharani. But Srimati Radharani Tattva is very, very confidential. Is very, very confidential. Just like most of the Vedas, Vedic literature, most of it, 75%, they deal with Karmakanda only. Yamimam Pushpitam Vacham Pravadanti Avipaschitaha Vedavadaratah Partha Nanyadastiti Vadinaha. So mostly they, right? So that is why everybody is after, doing all welfare activities, Karmakanda portions and all. And maybe 20%, Jnana, all impersonal, Upanishads, Vedanta Sutra. So all, mostly impersonal, Brahman knowledge, Jnana. But Bhakti Tattva is very, Bhakti literature is very, very confidential. That is why very few literatures are there. Especially Srimati Radharani. So Krishna told, Veda Guhyam, it is said. So Krishna told Yogamaya that don't, he told the Vedas also, don't disclose too much about Radharani. Because unless I explain about Radharani, nobody can understand. That is why Krishna appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to explain the tattva of Srimati Radharani. That is why people are confused. Not much is given about Radharani, this and that. So that is why only by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu we can understand, Radha Krishna tattva. So, like it is mentioned, so that is why unless so her anugraha is there, we cannot get Krishna. So it is mentioned, Radhanoti sakalam kamam radheti kirtita. So if anybody chants the name of Srimati Radharani, all their desires will be fulfilled. Is it possible to fulfill all the desires of anybody? Huh? If you fulfill one desire, another desire will come. Another desire come. So what is the meaning of Radhanoti sakalam kamam radheti kirtita? Means anybody glorifies Srimati Radharani, all the desires, Sakalam Kamam, that means you will become Nishkama. Means you, by chanting the name of Srimati Radharani and glories and hearing her glories, we will become completely free from all desires. And then we have only one, we'll be left with only one desire. What will be that desire? Love for Krishna. That will be fulfilled by Radharani. Right? So, but in Bhagavatam it is mentioned, that Aradhana means, so like Aradhana, here is Upashabda. So the main word is Radha. Right? So Aradhana means Kirtana, Japa, Dhyana, Puja and all that. So what is the meaning of Aradhana? Any activity that combines us, that unites us with Krishna is Aradhana. So that is Srimati Radharani. Right? So, what is the relation between Surya and us? Kanti. Right? Without Kanti, we cannot. So like that. So how do we get to Krishna? What is the relation between Anubandham between Krishna and us? Srimati Radharani. Right? Because Chandra, Chandrika, like the Iha. So Krishna says there is no difference between me and Radharani, just like there is no difference between Chandra and the moon rays. The moon and the moon rays, there is no difference. And then, like that. In the same way, so that is Srimati Radharani. So, so why Srimati Radharani's name is not mentioned? Because it is said that Radha Namokti Matrena Murchashan Mashi Bhavet Na Ucharita Spastam Parikshit Hitakrun Munihi. So, if there is a pastime where Radharani has a favorite parrot, Sukha. So, she is actually teaching. That parrot is so fond of Radharani. He is always teaching Radhe, Radhe. He is always chanting Radhe, 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 Radhe. So Radharani, slapped little bit on the Sukha Pakshi. Say, don't chant my name. Chant Krishna, 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 Krishna. Right? So then he started chanting Krishna, 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 Krishna. So one day he flew across. And where Krishna and his Gopas, friends and all, they are actually enjoying. So then very sweetly he started chanting, Krishna, 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 Krishna. So Krishna became very attracted. He said, who is this Sukha Pakshi? Then he caught hold of her. Then who taught you all to chant my names? He said, Mera Swamini Radharani. Like that. So he then Srimati Radharani, then when found out that this Sukha Pakshi flew away, then she started missing that Pakshi because his favorite. Right? And then he came to Krishna. Then she came to know that Krishna is having that Pakshi. Then he said, Krishna, she came and told, give back my Pakshi. So once you become on the lap of Krishna, why you would leave anybody, right? Parijate anjase vriksha sarango anyat sevaya. There is a verse from 4th Canto Bhagavatam. Tadangri moolam asadhya sakshat kim vrune vrune. A bee who goes to Parijata vriksha and enjoying the nectar from the Parijata vriksha, why will the bee will go to any other tree? My dear Lord, one who has taken shelter of your lotus feet, why will ask anything else? Right? This is a verse from 4th Canto, Pracheta's prayers, like that. So he said, I am not coming. So they had a fight and all. So that is why, because that Pakshi belonged to Radharani, that's why his name is Sri Shukha. Sri Shukha. That is why in Bhagavatam, Sri Shukha Uvacha comes all the time. Because the Pakshi belonging to Radharani. Like that. So that is why he is always in ecstasy. So if Radha namokti matrena murcha shanmasi bhavet. Right? So if he chants the name of Radharani directly, then he will faint for 6 months. He will become unconscious for 6 months. You know? So that is why, in order to show mercy on Parikshit Maharaj, you know, now Uchcharitam Spastam. Spastam means clearly he did not mention. Right? Parikshit Hitakrun Munihi. In order to benefit for the welfare of Parikshit Maharaj, he did not chant the name of Radharani directly. Right? Radharani directly. So, you know, this, like I mentioned before also, like, you know, when Nammalvar, he was hearing about the pastime of, Damodar Leela, he became so ecstatic that he fainted for 6 months. He became unconscious for 6 months. Like that. So Srimati Radharani, that is why it is, tomorrow I will explain, Anya Aradhita Nunam, Bhagavan Haririshwaraha, Yanno Vihaya Govinda. Right? So Srimati Radharani worshipped Krishna in Purnam. That is completely one who enjoys Krishna Tattvam completely. So like that. So, and all the other gopis are Srimati Radharani's race. You know, so it is mentioned that all the gopis have emanated from the hair pores of Srimati Radharani, and all the gopas have emanated from the hair pores of Shri Krishna. Like that. So another name of Radha, definition of Radha is Krishnam Samaradhata iti Radha. And then Krishnena Aradhyeti Radha. Means one who is always worshipping Krishna is Radha. And another meaning is one who is always worshipped by Krishna is Radha. Like that. So what is the definition of, gopi? Anybody remembers? Hello? Anybody remember? Gopi, gobihi indriyaihi. That also I will come. Gobihi indriyaihi bhakti rasam pibati. Right? Gopi means not some stree form. Yeah? It's a chittavritti mentality. So gobihi indriyaihi bhakti rasam pibati. One who drinks Krishna bhakti with all the senses is gopi. Right? Prahlad Maharaj. Right? And then Ambarish Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. They are all gopis only. Right? Because they are always, if you read 4th canto, 24th chapter, Lord Shiva is explaining about Vishnu's form. But Prabhupada is so absorbed. Prabhupada is only describing about Krishna. His 400 form and all he is explaining. But Prabhupada writes, Sujata, Ruchirananam, there one sentence comes. Prabhupada says, here Sujata Ruchirananam means Krishna. Like that. Anyway, so Prabhupada is always, always glorifying Krishna. So one who drinks the Bhakti Rasa with all the senses is a gopi. So not that one who is maintained by Krishna is gopi. That is another meaning of gopi. So why this Stri Tattva came? Because the nature of a Stri. Stri means she should have 3 qualities. That is why Prabhupada says, that only Krishna is the Purusha and then everybody else is Prakriti. That is why they say, Mirabai came to Vrindavan and then she wanted to meet Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami said, I am a Goswami, sannyasi, I don't meet women. Then she sent back a reply saying that, मैंने सोचा only Krishna is the Purusha in Vrindavan, दूसरा पुरुष किधर से आ गया? Right? Another Purusha, how like that? Right? So what are the three qualities? Anybody remembers? Of a woman. So that is why even though souls are in the form of a woman body, but they are also Purusha only because mentality. So they are also Purusha only. What is the real nature of a woman? Woman means three qualities. One is ahankar rahityam. Second is arpan buddhi. Third one is paratantrata, paradhinata. Right? Woman means these three. What are they? Huh? Arpan buddhi. Huh? Ahankar rahityam. Paratantrata. Complete dependence on husband. Complete submission. And then no ahankar that I am this, I am that. That is why they say, this ahankar rahityam means dasya. First thing is dasyam. Dasyam mein first thing is free from ahankar. Right? When Hanuman went and told Ramchandra that I am servant of Sugriva, Ramchandra did not speak to him for many days directly. Okay, you are servant of Sugriva, get lost. So that's why he was speaking to Lakshman. Lakshman was speaking to Hanuman. Then later on Hanuman realized, "Arey, maine kya galti kar di?" Then that time when he went to Ravanasur, who are you? He didn't say I am Hanuman, mantri of, What did he say? Huh? What did he say? Dasoham Kaushalendrasya. I am servant of Ramchandra. So when I identify myself as a servant of Krishna, then only I am a dasa. Otherwise, maybe I am a Ramrup Das, but actually if I am thinking that I am having this identity, then I am not actually dasa. It is like that. So dasa means three things, right? Ahankar rahityam, arpan buddhi, paratantrata. Complete dependence. Right? Nowadays, women, they have their jobs and all. So that is why they are saying, why should I depend on him? Why should I get lost, right? I can depend, I can protect myself. Right? So they are not women, right? So we have to become a woman. So that is why in second canto Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami's prayers, there is one beautiful verse, Shriyapati, Yajnapati, Prajapati, Diyampati, Lokapati, Dharapati, Patirgati, Vrishna Satvatam, Prasidatam me Bhagavan Satampati. Right? Beautiful verse, Pati, 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 Pati. So somebody, actually, Krishna is the husband of everybody. Is he husband of us also? Huh? He is the husband, but I am not his wife. Right? He is the husband, but I still have not acquired the qualities of a wife. Otherwise, Krishna is the pati of everybody. Right? So, in order to become Bharya of Krishna, Gopi, so Gopi means, Gopanam means protecting, Rakshana. Gopi means one who is protected by Krishna. Actually, we are all dependent on Krishna. We are all dependent on Krishna only, right? Without Krishna, we cannot survive. But when we will become Gopi? When I become conscious that I am protected by Krishna. That spruha should be there. That I am, Krishna is protecting me. So when I become conscious of that, then I will become a Gopi. So this body is not, whether it could be a male or a female. But like that. Now, so this is the introduction to Srimati Radharani's Tattva. once there is a very beautiful garden in Golok Vrindavan. In Golok Vrindavan. And then that garden is completely filled with beautiful flowers. And there is a beautiful mountain, Shatasringa. And that mountain only appeared as Govardhan in Bhoma Vrindavan. And then very beautiful birds chirping, and then very nice, fragrant flowers blooming, like that. So Krishna was sitting in the, that is called Rasa Mandala, right? So there he was sitting, and then he wanted to enjoy. So at that time, from his left side, Srimad Radharani appeared. Srimad Radharani appeared. So Radha, so Krishna gave her the name Radha because Ra means Rasamandal. Dhavana means running. When she understood that I have to serve, I have to give enjoyment to Krishna, immediately she ran with the flowers in her hand, and she Arpana, she did flowers at the lotus feet of Krishna. That is why she is called Radha. So because she ran fast as soon as she appeared, and then to serve Krishna and to give Ramana. To give Ramana. Ra means another thing is Ramana, means enjoying. So in order to give enjoyment to Krishna, she ran. That is why she is Radha. So anybody who chants Ra, right? They will be pushed towards the lotus feet of Sri Hari. Right? We don't have to completely finish Radha like that. So that is the description. So that is the originally, that's how she appeared in Golok Vrindavan. So it is mentioned that Radharani's name is mentioned many times in the many other scriptures. So Srimad Radharani only created Navadvip Dham. So once Krishna, is enjoying with a gopi called Viraja. So from her friends, she came to know that Krishna is enjoying with another gopi, Viraja. So Radharani came running. She became very angry, and then she came running. So when Krishna understood that Radharani came, he ran away. And that Viraja gopi became water, river, Viraja river. Right? Viraja river. So then Srimati Radharani felt separation from Krishna. Then she, between the Ganga and Yamuna, she created a very beautiful garden. And then she brought, male bees and female bees, and then they are all, singing the glories of Krishna. And then she created a very beautiful garden with all fragrant flowers and all that. And then this Ganga Yamuna acted like a moat, like that. And then she, in separation from Krishna, she started playing a flute. She started playing a flute. And then being attracted by Krishna, Radharani's flute, so Krishna came running. And then he started praising her that, I'm very, very thankful to you that, you have created this beautiful place, this beautiful place. So from now onwards, this place will be called Nava Vrindavan, New Vrindavan. Because this place is created among the Dvipas, islands. That is why it will be 9 islands. That's why it will be called Navadvipa. Right? Navadvipa. And then anybody who performs devotional service, they will get the same result that one who performs in Vrindavan. And not only that, anybody who hears this narration of creation of Navadvip Dham, they will eternally reside with me then I will give them benediction that they will get devotional service. Then I myself will appear as Sri Chaitanya, to explain the glories of your devotional service in Navadvip Dham. So that is why, so actually this Navadvip Dham was created by Srimati Radharani only. So I will explain now. How Srimati Radharani appeared in this world, right? In this world. So it is said that actually there is one Himalaya Parvat is there, and then Himalaya Parvat daughter was Parvati Devi, Gauri, and then she was married to Mahadev. So then because Parvati Devi was born to Himalaya Parvat, so Himalaya Parvat became very glorious and everybody was glorifying Himalaya Parvat. And then this Vindhya Parvat, Vindhya Parvat, he became envious and said, no, I also want a daughter who can marry a greater personality than Mahadev, and then who can defeat Mahadev. Who can defeat Mahadev, like that. So he has done great tapasya, requesting, praying to Lord Brahma, right? So then Lord Brahma appeared and said, okay, Lord Brahma gave him benediction that, you will have a daughter, like that. So who is greater than, and then he said Golokeshwari only, so then he blessed him that Golokeshwari will become your daughter, like that. Then what to do, how to, then I gave benediction, but I have to bring Radharani. Then he has done tapasya for 60,000 years. Yeah? Then Krishna appeared. Then he could only have darshan of the rays of emanating from the Radharani's lotus feet. That's all. He could not get the darshan of Radharani. But Krishna said, oh, what do you want? No, I want, like this. I gave benediction. So then Krishna said, okay, now you cannot have darshan of Radharani, but when we come down, you can have, darshan, like that. Then, okay, your desire will be fulfilled, that, like that. So I will come down and then Radharani will be my consort. Then we will defeat Mahadev, like that. So, meanwhile, this Vrishabhanu and Chandrabhanu, they have, their wives are carrying Radharani and Chandravalli. Radharani and Chandravalli. So, Yogamaya Devi transferred those two girls into the womb of Vindhya Parva. There are three versions of Radharani's appearance in this world in three different kalpas. This pastime is described by Sri Rupa Goswami in Lalit Madhav, whatever I am explaining. So this Vindhya Parvat's wife, these two girls are transferred to Vindhya Parvat's wife. So meanwhile, Krishna appeared in Kamsa's jail. At that time, Krishna appeared in Vrindavan, and then he was transferred to Vrindavan. So later on, when Kamsa tried to kill that girl child, she appeared as a Durga Devi and then chastised Kamsa, said, you rascal, you are previously your Kalnemi, and then you are killed by Chakra of Vishnu. Now that same Vishnu came, this boy, then he is going to kill you. Not only that, there are 8, the Supreme Shakti also is appearing in 8 forms, like that. So they are actually Radharani, Chandravalli, Vishaka, Lalita, Shama, like that. There are 8, Padma and all that, Saibya and all that. So, like that. So when Kamsa heard that, he called Putana, then he said, you come and, you kill all the boys, and then you kidnap all the girl children. So she was killing all the boys, and then she picked up. So then meanwhile, Vindhya Parvat has got these 2 beautiful daughters. These 2 beautiful daughters. Then he is performing yajna, Shanti yajna and all that. So when Putana saw, she has stolen these 2 girls, like that. So when Vindhya Parvat, he came to know, he asked the Brahmanas to chant some mantras to defeat this lady. So when they started chanting mantras, Putana's Shakti started becoming less and less. She became so weak that she is not able to carry these two children, two girls. So when she came to Vidarbha, when the Bhishmaka king was there, so she dropped one girl there. She was not able to carry. So that was Chandravali, picked up by, Bhishmaka. And then Jambavan was actually going in between here and there and all. So Jogamaya Devi told Jambavan, bring that girl, Chandravali. So Jambavan brought that girl and then gave it to, brought to Vrindavan. So meanwhile, Putana dropped Radharani in Vrindavan. When she reached Vrindavan, she became completely Shaktiless, energyless. Then she dropped her in Vrindavan. So then Yogamaya Devi came and they said, actually, she is your daughter only. So Chandravali also. So Chandravali gave Chandravali to this Chandrabhanu, and then she gave Mukhara, like that. So she is your granddaughter only, like that. So that is one version of Radharani's appearance in Vrindavan. Another version is that this Mahabhanu has 5 sons, and one of the sons was this Vrishabhanu. Bindu and Mukhara, they are a couple, and their daughter was Kirtida. So both of them are married, and then they have this Kirtida and Vrishabhanu, they are married. But for a long, long time, they did not have a child. So when somebody suggested, why don't you worship Katyayini Devi? So then they started worshipping Katyayini Devi. Katyayini Devi. And then they were doing puja and then austerities and dana, this and that, so for a long time. Then Akashvani appeared and then told, बार बार ऊपर चला जाता है. Very interesting verse. Akashvani told, Harinama vina vatsa, karna shuddhir na jayate, tasmat shreshkaram rajan, harinamanu kirtanam, grihana harinamani yatakramam vinindita. Right? She said, Harinama vina vatsa, karna shuddhir na jayate. Without chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you cannot, your ears will not be purified. Tasmat Shreshkaram Rajan Harinamana Kirtanam. So the best thing is Shreya is chant Hare Krishna. Like that. Grahana Harinamani Yatakramam Vinindita. So please accept Harinam. And then he went to nearby Kratumuni's ashram. Then he took initiation from Kratumuni's ashram. So then he quoted that verse, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Iti Sodastakam Namnam, Kalikalmashanashanam. So then when they chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra, so for a long time, then Katyayini Devi appeared and then they offered prayers and all. Then he said, okay, what do you want? She said, what do you want? He said, like this, you know my desire, like that. Then she gave a oval-shaped golden egg, and then from there, after some time, Radharani appeared. So that is one. So third story, all of you know, right? So in Raval, once Vrishabhanu Maharaj, he was in, he was taking bath in Ganga, Yamuna, and then taking japa, and then he found one 1,000-petal lotus flower, and then from there, this beautiful girl, Radharani, appeared, So like that. So there, what happened? It's very beautiful. That girl is very, very beautiful. Effulgent and all that. But then he took her, and then they accepted her as their daughter. And then what happened? She is doesn't open the eyes. She doesn't open the eyes. Why? Because when the prayers were done and all, then Krishna told to Radharani that we have to go down to bless the people. Radharani said, no, I don't want to go. He said, why? No, I have to see so many people. I want to see only you, Shyam Sundar. Like that. Then there Govardhan is not there, Yamuna is not there. So then Krishna said, don't worry, we will take Govardhan also, we will take Yamuna also, we will take Radha Kund, Sham Kund, everything, Manasi Ganga, everything we will take, like that. No, but still, I don't want to see anybody. Then he said, okay, I will give you that, till the time, I'll be the first person you will see. I'll be the first person you will see, like that. So then he said, okay, actually, so she was not opening the eyes and all that. So Yogamaya Devi came and Purnamasi came and said, wow, such a beautiful girl. She is the source of all Lakshmis. She is the consort of Krishna, all that. But Kirtida and Vrishabhan Maharaj said, what to do, she is blind, dumb and deaf. Like that. So one day, actually, Narad Muni came once. Narad Muni came, he said, he came to Nandagaon, Gokul. Then he saw, they went to Nanda Maharaj's house. And then they said, then they all brought Krishna. So Narad Muni was so ecstatic, taking Krishna on his lap, seeing the beauty and praising him and all that. Then he thought, if Krishna appeared, then his consort Radharani also must have appeared somewhere in Nandagaon, Vrindavan, Vraj. So then he started going to each and every covered man's house. Said, is there any new child born in your house? Yeah, they will bring and then. So then he came to Vrishabhanu Maharaj's house also. There he saw Sridham. He said, Narad Muni, they said, Sridham, oh, very nice boy. He will become a friend of Krishna and Balaram. So Narad Muni went to all the covered men's houses and then he did not find Radharani. He was very disappointed. Then he said that, what to do like that. And then, hey Narad, come. Devarshi, come. He said, what? We have got a daughter also. He said, really? Sure. But what to do? She is dumb, deaf and dumb, like that. Blind, dumb and deaf, like that. Oh, really? Then they said, okay, please bless her so that, she will get back the, her, conscious, eyes and all that, blind sight and all that. Then they said, okay. So Narad Muni took. As soon as he understood, he took the girl on his lap. He almost fainted. Actually, what happened? Vrishabhanu told, she is there in the room, please go and see. So that time Vrishabhanu did not come along with Narad Muni. So Narad Muni entered alone in the room. So when there Radharani is playing, but she was, she is closing her eyes and all that. And then he took her in his arms and then on the lap. So when he took her, he immediately understood that I have seen Lakshmi, I have seen Durga, I have seen Saraswati, I have seen Gayatri. Nobody there like that. Even I have seen the Mohini avatar also. I will never find such a beautiful girl like this, such effulgence and such beauty like that. Must be Radharani only. She must be Radharani only, like that. And then then he actually, then he was wondering, then he started offering prayers to that girl, glorifying Krishna. Glorifying Krishna, like that. So when that girl heard the glories of Krishna, immediately she opened her eyes. She opened her eyes because she felt the presence of Krishna. Then she appeared as a Kishori of 14 years of old Kishori. Then along with that, all the her Sakhis also, they appeared along with Radharani. And then they all gave darshan to Narad Muni. So Narad Muni glorified Radharani so much. Then the Sakhis, they told, then glorifying, seeing Radharani, he became unconscious. Then all the gopis, they served Radharani's lotus feet with water and all that. And then that water, they put it on Narada Muni's head. And then he became conscious again. Then said, no, you are very, very fortunate. You are very, very fortunate that you got darshan of Kishori form of Radharani, which is very, very rare. Oh Narad, because you are a very dear devotee of Krishna, that is why you got this great fortune of having darshan of Radharani. So that is why, so now we don't disclose this, this secret, but near the Kusum Sarovar, there is a Ashoka tree. That Ashoka tree, gives flowers all the time, very fragrant flowers. In future, we will give darshan again, Radharani along with the Sakhis. Right? So you will get darshan of Radharani near Kusum Sarovar. There, Narad Kunda is there, right? There, because he wanted to enter so he became Naradi, right? Then he wrote Narada Bhakti Sutra. Has anybody read Narada Bhakti Sutra? Little bit I have read. It is the very highest, highest principles of devotional service is given in Narada Bhakti Sutra. I have read it, and sometime in future I can explain some salient aspects of Narada Bhakti Sutra. So this is, so Narada Muni became a Naradi Gopi and then wrote that book. So, and had darshan of Radharani and all that. So that is where he got. So anyway, so so meanwhile, again Radharani became blind and all that. So, one day they invited, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda and all. So that time Yashoda brought Krishna, right? So Yashoda and Kirtida, they are very, very good friends. And, they hugged each other. And then they said, when the two ladies they meet, before becoming mother, they always talk about husbands. Right? They always talk about husbands. But after the son is born, they only talk about the son. Husband bhul gaya. Right? So, husband mar jat, do bar, he loses everything. Because when a son is born, the wife forgets him, it seems. That is the greatest. A man suffers great distress 2 times, it seems. When the son is born, the wife forgets him. Because all the time, beta, beta, beta. Right? When the son dies also, a father experiences very great distress. Like that, in this world. Like that. Anyway. So, Kirtida and Yashoda, they started talking about, then Yashoda started talking about Krishna. Krishna is like this, Krishna is like that, Krishna is like this, Krishna is like that. Then, Kirtida said, kya kare, hamara beti ganda hai, behra hai, behri hai, gungi hai. So, they, kya karu, ye, like that. So she was like that. So Yashoda was saying, Krishna is like this, Krishna, They only talk about the son, even if they say, Baba, Baba, Hare, today first time, my son called, father, mama, like that. So then meanwhile, Krishna jumped from the lap of, Mother Yashoda, and then he started crawling, towards Radharani's cradle. And then he went and touched Radharani's eyes. As soon as she felt the touch of Shyam Sundar, immediately she opened the eyes and then she started crying and all that. So, then as soon as she started crying and then her lotus eyes, they are so blooming, lotus petals and all, they all became enchanted. Hey, Radharani opened the eyes, Then Krishna has some magic. This small boy has some magic. So that is why he said, oh, no, always please come, please come. Like that. Please come, keep coming and all that. So like that, Radharani was growing up. And then, so there is one very beautiful pastime where, one day Radharani and her Sakhis, and when she was small, they were all, they would keep Krishna, deity, and then, they would do all this, playing and all, and then they would offer some food to Krishna, they will cook and all that. So one day, on Dwadasi Tithi, Durvas Muni appeared there. So Durvas Muni saw this enchanting girl, Srimati Radharani, said, hey, ladki, come here. Then when Durvas Muni came, all the other girls, they, out of fear, they ran away. Because, Shrap de dega, he is notorious, like that. Sometimes, You know, in ISKCON also we have so many Durvas Munis. I am one of them. Right? So, they all ran away. They all ran away. And then but Radharani is not afraid. She said, come here. And then he said, wow, such a beautiful girl. He said, hey, I want to break my fast. Can you cook some, nice, tasty, delicious sweet rice? Delicious sweet rice. Like that. So he says she ran, and then she took all the ingredients, rice, sugar, and then ilachi, and camphor, tej patta, all exotic ingredients she brought, and then very quickly she cooked. Very quickly she cooked. And then she fed him, madur, kheer, right? Actually, Prabhupada said this sweet rice is called paramannam, Paramannam. Paramannam means annam, the best of all annam is paramannam. So best of all anna, like Bhima Prabhu is saying, we went to South India Yatra, there is rice, and there is rice, and there is more rice. Right? If you go to South India, you get sambar rice, bisabilda bath, lemon rice, tamarind rice, curd rice, bangan rice, so many rice, so many kinds of rice, coconut rice, and then fried rice, jeera rice, vegetable pulao rice, biryani rice, all rice. Once we went for South India Yatra, and then one devotees, they said, Prabhuji, when we last leg, Udupi, said, Prabhuji, now we will not eat rice anymore, because everywhere only rice we are eating. Bombay wale sab chapati wale na. So they went to some restaurant and ate, and then South India में chapati बनाएगा तो कैसा रहे, पराठा बनाएगा, उसका पूरा पेट खराब हो गया बोलते. Like that. So Paramannam means is the the best rice. The best rice. So Durvas Muni ate, and to his heart's content said, now I am giving you blessing that whatever you cook, whatever you touch, it will become nectar. Then whoever eats food cooked by you, they will get Sri Hari. Right? They will get Sri Hari. Like that. So they said, okay. Then that is why when Yashoda Mata heard this, then she came, because Kirtida is the friend of Yashoda. So Yashoda went to Kirtida, because she said, whoever eats cooked by you, food cooked by you, they will get fame, they will get longevity, they will get patience, they will get beauty and all that. So then Yashoda Mata went and told Kirtida, please, every day send Radharani, she will cook, because I want that, all the qualities, especially my son is, very impatient. Like that. तो सब लोग बोलते हैं काला है थोड़ा गोरा बन जाएगा. Like that. So that is why. So one day I'll narrate one more pastime, and then we'll finish. Very interesting pastime. So one day you might not have heard this pastime. So one day Krishna came and told Srimati Radharani that you are so great, you are not different from me. You are such a wonderful servant. I am so grateful to you. I will not take any service from unless they come through you. Unless, so you are the greatest. You are, Vrindavaneshwari and all that. What to speak, everybody will worship you. What to speak of everybody, even my mother Yashoda also is not greater than you. She will be also your servant, this and that. Radharani said, Chup raho. You are a debauchee, and then you are so fickle-minded person. What is the value of your words? What is the value of your words? Get lost. No, I don't believe. Said, no, just see. Yashoda, one day she will come and she will touch your feet, and then she will accept you as her Swamini. I said, okay, we'll see. So one day, Srimati Radharani and all the gopis, they were playing, and then Krishna also came. Right? Krishna also came. And, after the, Gocharan Leela, like that. So they were making Krishna dance. Krishna is dancing very beautifully. Then meanwhile, Ma Yashoda came. Said, she saw Radharani, addressing Radharani, he said, hey, aapko buddhi hai? Mera Gopal itna thak gaya. He became very tired, taking care of the cows and all that. He was very tired. And then you are making him dance, that too, such complicated, steps and all. So, do you have any buddhi? Thoda intelligence bacha hai aapka? So Radharani did not speak, but the Sakhi said, Ma, what are you talking? Your son is not, he is not your Krishna, he is our Krishna. If you see, you can go and see, he is sleeping. Your son is lazy, after the Gocha, because he says, I am tired, and he went and slept. If you want, you can go and see him. So this is our Krishna, this is like that. So Ma Yashoda went and saw. So there, Krishna was sleeping in his room. Then she came back and said, who is this boy? No, this is not your son Krishna. This is another Krishna. Oh, there are 7 people, in the whole world who look alike. So he is a different Krishna, like that. So Ma Yashoda said, Arey, I am feeling so much affection for this boy. He's how is it so that he's exactly looking my son, like my son, same features, same color, like that. But I am feeling great affection. No, yours Krishna is different, like that. Then he said, okay, we'll do one thing. Let us take your Krishna and then let us take our Krishna. We will make them dance. Radharani said, no, your Krishna is a lazy boy. No, our Krishna, he is a Purushottama, Purusha Ratna. He knows, so much, Prema Tattva and all that. Your son doesn't know anything. Our Krishna is such a great boy. He killed so many demons and all. All that stuff. Maheshwar said, you are insulting. My Krishna is also same, very nice. He also killed so many demons and all. But your Krishna is lazy, he is sleeping, see, Prema Tattva, he doesn't involve in Prema pastimes and all. No. If both the Krishnas are looking same, how can I recognize? Then Radharani said, okay, see, we will put a mark of Chandan on his head. So, see all the gopis, suppose if we lose our Krishna, then that is the indication that one who has a mark of Chandan on his forehead is our Krishna. So then they went inside, they woke up, Yashoda's Krishna, and then they said, so both of them are dancing, so 2 Neelamanis, so it's a feast to the eyes, 2 Krishnas dancing, 2 Krishnas, playing pastimes and all that. So after some time, that Yashomati's Krishna came and merged with Radharani's Krishna. Said, Yashomati said, where is my Krishna? Where is my Krishna? Where is Krishna? Another Krishna is gone. Like that, they all started searching. Said, no, we are all here only. We didn't. So Yashomati told Radharani, you are you know all Maya tricks and all. You must have done something to my Krishna. Radharani said, you are here only, you are seeing, like that. Like what is this? Like that. We don't know where is your Krishna. This is our Krishna. See Chandan mark on his forehead. Chandan mark on his forehead. Then he said, so then Yashoda Mata started crying. Said, I don't have many sons and daughters and all. I have only one son. I got a son after so many years. So in old age, he is my life and soul. I cannot live without him. Like that. Oh Radharani, you are very great. You are very great. I am touching your lotus feet. I am your maid servant. Like that, she started touching the feet of Radharani. So Krishna was looking at Radharani. See? So Radharani said, "Kuch karo, ye to mar jayegi." So like that, she started crying and then she fainted. So Yashodamata. Then Radharani said, "Do something, or she will die." Said, so Krishna said, "Don't worry, she will not die." So then, he went and chanted, "Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare." Then she woke up. So Radharani said, "Your Krishna is tired, because of so much dancing and all. He is sleeping. Go and see." And then Yashoda Mata saw, and then Krishna is sleeping. Like that. So Krishna anointed Radharani as Vrindavaneshwari. Thank you very much. Tomorrow we will hear more pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Any questions, comments?
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा। प्रभु जी, चतुर्मास्या व्रत जो होता है,
क्या क्या?
चतुर्मास्या व्रत, first month no leaves, sag, everything you will not eat. Second month no curd. Third month milk. Why all these restrictions? What is the significance of it?
Actually, it said that some vrat, to give up something which we like. So Urad dal, South India mein, that's why don't go to South India Yatra in month of Kartik. Right? Idli dosa, you will miss, idli dosa. Anyway, it's any question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. You very nicely explained with the example that sun is in touch with us through the sunlight, and similarly Krishna is in touch with us through the grace of Srimati Radharani. So if that is such significance of Srimati Radharani's presence, some deities we see in South India like Udupi Krishna, they only worship Krishna without any Lakshmi or Radharani. So how their worship is complete?
Oh, that is Dwarkadish, na? They don't get Krishna, Shyam Sundar Krishna, they don't get without Radharani.
There they don't worship even Lakshmi, no? Side mein
there is a Pushtimarg, they worship only Bal Krishna. There also Radharani or Lakshmi is not there. It's there. It's allowed. But if you want to get Shyam Sundar Krishna, you will not get him without Radharani's mercy. See, our highest goal is, get Golok Vrindavan, going to Golok Vrindavan. That cannot be achieved without the mercy of Srimati Radharani. Prabhupada, there is one verse, Tataiva Chanye Naralokavira. You know this verse? 3rd canto, 2nd chapter. Tataiva Chanye Naralokavira. Tadahave Krishna Mukardindam. Netrai Pibante Nainabhiramam. Parthastra Puta Padamapnuyat Yasya. So, Prabhupada writes in that purport that whoever saw Krishna and appreciated his beauty, that means he has developed a small amount of love. They are transferred to Vaikuntha. Those who are inimical of them, those who are inimical to Krishna, they were transferred to Brahmajyoti. But then Prabhupada writes that if you want to go to Golok Vrindavan, you have to develop full love. If you have a little love also, you can go to Vaikuntha. Just appreciate Krishna's beauty, you will go to Vaikuntha. Right? And but if you want, go to Golok Vrindavan, you have to develop full love for Krishna. That is possible only by Srimati Radharani's grace.
Guruji, one outside person asked me a question, that why you chant Hare Krishna, why you are not chanting Radha Krishna? So like you said the glories of Radha, the name of the Radharani. So why we chant Hare Krishna, why not Radha Krishna?
Hara, Hara is Radharani only, na?
So why we are not chanting Radha Krishna?
There is a mantra also. Huh? Yeah, Radha Krishna, Radhe Krishna, Radhe Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe. Radhe Sham, Sham Sham, Radhe Radhe. See, in Vrindavan, if you go, everybody chants Shri Radhe, Shri Radhe. Right? So, whatever Mahaprabhu mantra, Mahaprabhu has given this mantra to us, that is why we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So, if they are in Nimbarka Sampradaya, they chant. There are some mantras, some of our devotees, they chant, Radharani's Ashtotra mantras and all that. 108 names are there, Radharani's names. They all chant like that. But for us, Prabhupada gave us this mantra, so we chant.
Another question. That person asked, I forgot.
Radha Govind Maharaj says, Krishna has given me very good memory power. He has given me 2 benedictions. He said, what? One is, he has given me very nice memory power. Second one, bhul gaya.
So, yeah. So, Prabhuji, that person asked one more question. Radharani, Krishna loves Radharani. So, why he didn't marry?
Why?
Why he didn't marry her?
There is in Brahma Vaivarta Purana, I think it is mentioned that, in Bandiravan, if you go to, have you gone to Rajamandal Parikrama? Huh? So Brahmaji performed the marriage of Radha and Krishna. Anyway, there is a mention in Brahma Vaivarta Purana that they are married. So, because, there is the highest rasa is Paraki rasa. So he is enjoying that. But some devotees are not comfortable with this rasa. That is why Jiva Goswami mentions that, Brahmaji performed this marriage for the satisfaction or peacefulness of some devotees who don't like this concept of boyfriend and girlfriend. Mic though?
पहली जो आपने लीला बताई राधारानी की, जो पुतना 2 लड़कियों को उठा के लेके गई, वो इसी कल्प में हुआ कि किसी और कल्प में बात आई?
रूप गोस्वामी ललित माधव में डिस्क्राइब किया है.
अच्छा, जो पहली बाद में जो कथा, लास्ट में जो कथा बताई, ये इसी समय हुआ है. अभी की समय वैसे हम थोड़ा दो साधु के मुख से सुनते हैं, लेकिन जब जो पहली कथा बताई थी इसीलिए कहता कि वो कल्प कौन सा कल्प था इसे. आई डोंट नो. ओके, ठीक है. हरे कृष्ण.
अभी राधा रानी का आँख खुला, कृष्णा जब भी आए, then only she opened her eyes. Prior to that, she was blind like that.
Yeah.
After 5 years, something like.
No. Small. Sevatal Prabhu sent a message saying that our acharyas taught, we follow. Acharya Nishtha. Also, we don't have enough qualification to take her name directly. Any other? Thank you very much. Tomorrow we'll hear some more pastimes. Hare Krishna.